Welcome to podcast Learn English Perfectly.
Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast Chanel Learn English Perfectly with podcast. Thank you for your patience and watching podcast Learn English. As a native speaker, thank you. Let's talk about social media addiction.
Okay, thank you for your patience and understanding with me. Social media addiction podcast, okay.
Influencers play a significant role on social media platforms. How do they impact social media addiction?
Influencers can amplify social media addiction by creating content that encourages constant engagement. Their curated lifestyles and frequent posting can create unrealistic standards and contribute to users' feelings of inadequacy. The pressure to keep up with the influencers can lead to excessive screen time and compulsive checking.
What advice do you have for individuals who feel overwhelmed by influencer culture?
It's important to remember that social media is often a highlight reel, not an accurate representation of reality. Curate your feed to include content that uplifts and inspires you rather than makes you feel inadequate. Setting limits on following influencers and focusing on personal achievements and offline activities can also help.
Privacy is another significant issue when it comes to social media. How does the concern for privacy relate to social media addiction?
Privacy concerns can both contribute to and result from social media addiction. On one hand, the desire for likes and shares might lead users to overshare personal information. On the other hand, social media addiction can make users more vulnerable to data breaches and misuse of personal information due to their extensive online presence.
How can users protect their privacy while using social media?
Users should regularly review and adjust their privacy settings. Be cautious about the information they share, and avoid clicking on suspicious links. It's also wise to be mindful of the permissions granted to apps and to use strong, unique passwords for different accounts.
We've touched on digital detox briefly, but could you elaborate on its benefits and how to effectively implement one?
Digital detoxes can significantly reduce stress and anxiety, improve sleep quality, and enhance real-life relationships. To effectively implement a digital detox, start by setting specific goals, such as reducing screen time by a certain amount each day or designating screen-free zones in your home. Engage in offline activities you enjoy like reading, exercising, or spending time with loved ones. Gradually increase the duration of your detox as you become more comfortable.
Are there any signs that indicate someone might benefit from a digital detox?
Signs include feeling anxious or stressed when away from social media, neglecting responsibilities, and having difficulty sleeping due to late-night screen time. If social media use is negatively impacting your mood or daily life, it's a good indication that a digital detox could be beneficial.
How can mindfulness practices help individuals manage social media addiction?
Mindfulness helps individuals become more aware of their social media habits and the emotions associated with their use. Practices such as meditation, deep breathing, and mindful journaling can help reduce compulsive behaviors and promote a more intentional approach to social media. By being present in the moment, users can make more conscious decisions about their online activities.
Can you recommend any specific mindfulness techniques or exercises for our listeners?
One effective technique is the stop practice. Stop what you're doing, take a breath, observe your thoughts and feelings, and proceed with intention. Another helpful exercise is mindful scrolling, where you set a timer and consciously observe how you feel while browsing. Journaling about your social media experiences and reflecting on how they make you feel can also provide valuable insights.
What role do you think government and policies should play in addressing social media addiction?
Governments can implement regulations that require social media companies to be more transparent about their algorithms and data practices. Policies that promote digital literacy education in schools and encourage the development of tools to manage screen time can also be beneficial. Additionally, funding for research on the effects of social media and the development of effective interventions is crucial.
Are there any examples of successful policies or initiatives in other countries that could serve as a model?
Countries like the UK, and Australia have implemented initiatives to promote digital well-being and regulate online content. For example, the UK's Online Harms White Paper proposes a duty of care for online platforms to protect users from harmful content. These initiatives can serve as models for developing comprehensive strategies to address social media addiction.
How can individuals take personal accountability for their social media use and empower themselves to make positive changes?
Taking personal accountability involves being honest with oneself about social media habits and recognizing when they become problematic. Setting realistic goals, creating a plan to reduce usage, and seeking support from friends, family, or professionals are key steps. Empowering oneself also means celebrating small victories and being kind to oneself during setbacks.
What are some practical steps individuals can take to start this journey?
Start by tracking your social media use to understand your habits. Set specific, achievable goals, such as reducing usage by 30 minutes each week. Use apps that limit screen time and provide reminders to take breaks. Replace social media time with offline activities you enjoy. Lastly, engage in regular self-reflection to assess your progress and adjust your plan as needed.
Let's delve into the psychological mechanisms behind social media addiction. What are the underlying psychological processes that make social media so addictive?
Social media platforms are designed to tap into the brain's reward system. Each like, comment, or share triggers a release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. This creates a positive feedback loop that encourages repetitive behavior. Additionally, features like notifications and infinite scrolling exploit our innate desire for novelty and social approval, making it difficult to disengage.
How do these mechanisms compare to other forms of addiction, such as gambling or substance abuse?
Social media addiction shares many similarities with other behavioral addictions, such as gambling. Both involve intermittent reinforcement, where rewards are unpredictable and sporadic, making the behavior more persistent. Like substance abuse, social media addiction can also lead to tolerance, where individuals need to engage more frequently to achieve the same level of satisfaction, and withdrawal symptoms when access is restricted.
Social media has a significant impact on self-esteem and body image, particularly among young people. Can you elaborate on how this works?
Social media often showcases idealized and edited images that set unrealistic standards of beauty and success. Constant exposure to these images can lead to negative self-comparison, low self-esteem, and body dissatisfaction. This effect is especially pronounced in adolescents, who are at a critical stage of developing their self-identity and body image.
What can individuals do to protect their self-esteem and body image while using social media?
Individuals can curate their feeds to include positive and realistic content, follow accounts that promote body positivity and self-acceptance, and limit exposure to content that triggers negative feelings. Engaging in activities that foster self-esteem, such as hobbies, exercise, and spending time with supportive friends and family, can also help.
How does social media addiction intersect with other mental health disorders, such as anxiety and depression?
Social media addiction can exacerbate existing mental health disorders. For example, excessive use can increase feelings of anxiety and depression by fostering social comparison, cyberbullying, and exposure to distressing content. Conversely, individuals with pre-existing anxiety or depression may turn to social media as a coping mechanism, creating a cycle that worsens their symptoms.
What steps can be taken to break this cycle and support mental health?
Breaking the cycle involves addressing both the addiction and the underlying mental health issues. Cognitive behavioral therapy (CBT) can help individuals develop healthier thought patterns and coping strategies. Additionally, creating a balanced routine that includes offline activities, practicing mindfulness, and seeking support from mental health professionals are crucial steps.
Let's discuss the role of artificial intelligence and algorithms in social media addiction. How do these technologies contribute to addictive behaviors?
AI and algorithms are designed to maximize user engagement by personalizing content based on user behavior. These technologies analyze vast amounts of data to predict and present content that is most likely to keep users engaged. This can create echo chambers and reinforce addictive behaviors, as users are continuously exposed to content that captures their attention and keeps them coming back.
Is there a way to make these algorithms work for us rather than against us?
Yes. Users can take steps to influence their algorithmic feed by actively engaging with content that aligns with their values and interests and by unfollowing or muting accounts that promote negative behaviors. Social media companies can also play a role by designing algorithms that prioritize well-being and transparency, giving users more control over their feed and data.
How important is community and social support in overcoming social media addiction?
Community and social support are crucial in overcoming social media addiction. Having a support system provides accountability, encouragement, and understanding. Friends, family, and support groups can offer practical help, such as monitoring screen time, suggesting alternative activities, and providing emotional support during difficult times.
What are some ways individuals can seek out and build supportive communities?
Individuals can join support groups, both online and offline, that focus on digital well-being and mental health. Engaging in community activities, volunteering, and participating in clubs or organizations that align with their interests can also help build supportive networks. Additionally, being open with friends and family about their struggles and seeking their support can strengthen existing relationships.
How does social media use impact work-life balance, and what can individuals do to maintain a healthy balance?
Social media can blur the boundaries between work and personal life, leading to burnout and decreased productivity. Constant connectivity can make it difficult to disconnect from work-related stress. To maintain a healthy work-life balance, individuals can set clear boundaries for social media use during work hours, schedule regular breaks, and establish no-phone zones or times at home to focus on personal well-being and relationships.
Are there any specific strategies that have proven effective in promoting a better work-life balance in the digital age?
Yes. Strategies like time blocking, where specific times are allocated for work and personal activities, can be effective. Using apps to limit social media use, creating a designated workspace to separate work from home life, and prioritizing offline activities that promote relaxation and enjoyment can also help.
Let's talk about how social media use affects sleep. What are the mechanisms at play here?
Social media use, especially before bedtime, can interfere with sleep in several ways. The blue light emitted by screens suppresses melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep. Engaging with stimulating content can increase mental alertness and make it difficult to wind down. Additionally, the urge to check notifications could disrupt sleep patterns and lead to poor sleep quality.
What strategies can help mitigate the negative impact of social media on sleep?
To improve sleep, it's important to establish a digital curfew, ideally an hour before bedtime. Use features like night mode or blue light filters on your devices. Creating a relaxing bedtime routine that doesn't involve screens, such as reading a book or practicing relaxation techniques, can also promote better sleep.
How does social media influence the formation of identity, especially among younger users?
Social media provides a platform for self-expression and experimentation, which can be positive for identity formation. However, it can also lead to the creation of a curated identity that may not reflect one's true self. This can result in pressure to conform to certain standards and a disconnect between online and offline personas. For younger users, this can impact self-esteem and the development of an authentic sense of self.
What can parents and educators do to support healthy identity formation in the age of social media?
Parents and educators can encourage critical thinking about the content young people consume and create online. Promoting open discussions about the difference between online personas and real-life identities, as well as fostering self-acceptance and individuality, can support healthy identity formation. Encouraging offline activities that build self-confidence and diverse interests is also crucial.
What is the economic impact of social media addiction on both individuals and businesses?
Social media addiction can lead to decreased productivity and increased absenteeism in the workplace, resulting in economic losses for businesses. For individuals, excessive social media use can negatively impact career progression and job performance. On a broader scale, businesses that rely heavily on social media for marketing can face challenges if addiction leads to burnout among employees responsible for managing social media accounts.
How can businesses address social media addiction among their employees?
Businesses can implement policies that promote a healthy work-life balance and provide resources for digital well-being, offering training on time management and mindfulness, encouraging regular breaks from screens, and fostering a supportive work environment can help mitigate the effects of social media addiction. Additionally, setting realistic expectations for social media use and performance can reduce pressure on employees.
How does peer pressure on social media influence user behavior, particularly among teenagers?
Peer pressure on social media can significantly influence user behavior by promoting conformity to certain trends, activities, or appearances. Teenagers, who are particularly sensitive to social validation, may feel compelled to engage in behaviors they otherwise wouldn't to fit in or gain approval. This can lead to risky behaviors, such as sharing personal information, participating in viral challenges, or adopting unhealthy habits.
What can parents and guardians do to help teenagers navigate peer pressure on social media?
Parents and guardians can help by fostering open communication about the pressures and influences of social media. Encouraging critical thinking and self-reflection can empower teenagers to make independent decisions. Setting boundaries and discussing the potential consequences of online behaviors can also help teenagers navigate peer pressure more effectively.
Are there any social media detox challenges or support groups that can help individuals reduce their social media use?
Yes. There are several social media detox challenges and support groups available. Challenges like Digital Declutter or 30-day social media detox provide structured guidelines to reduce usage. Support groups, both online and offline, offer a sense of community and accountability. These resources can provide practical tips, share experiences, and offer encouragement to help individuals achieve their digital well-being goals.
How can listeners find and join these challenges or support groups?
Listeners can find challenges and support groups through a simple online search, or by exploring social media platforms, where such groups are often advertised. Websites dedicated to digital well-being, such as the Center for Humane Technology, also offer resources and information about upcoming challenges and support groups. Local community centers and mental health organizations may also have information about offline support groups.
Cyberbullying is a significant concern related to social media use. How does it impact individuals, particularly young users?
Cyberbullying can have severe emotional and psychological impacts, including anxiety, depression, and lowered self-esteem. For young users, it can affect academic performance, social relationships, and overall well-being. The pervasive nature of social media means that bullying can follow individuals everywhere, making it difficult to escape and leading to a sense of constant victimization.
What can be done to prevent and address cyberbullying?
Preventing and addressing cyberbullying involves a multifaceted approach. Education about digital citizenship and respectful online behavior is crucial. Social media platforms can implement stricter policies and tools for reporting and blocking abusive behavior. Parents and educators should encourage open communication and provide support to those affected. It's also important to promote positive online communities that stand against bullying and support victims.
Can social media impact creativity and innovation? If so, how?
Social media can have both positive and negative effects on creativity and innovation. On the positive side, it provides a platform for sharing ideas, collaborating with others, and gaining inspiration from a diverse array of content. However, the constant barrage of information and the pressure to conform to popular trends can stifle original thinking and lead to creative burnout. Balancing online engagement with offline creative activities is key to harnessing the benefits while mitigating the drawbacks.
What strategies can help individuals maintain their creativity in the age of social media?
Individuals can set aside dedicated time for offline creative pursuits such as writing, drawing, or other hobbies. Limiting social media use and engaging in activities that stimulate the mind, like reading or exploring nature, can also foster creativity. Additionally, connecting with other creative individuals through online and offline communities can provide support and inspiration.
Thank you once again for sharing your invaluable insights and practical advice on social media addiction. Is there a final message you'd like to leave with our listeners?
Thank you for having me. My final message is to use social media as a tool for connection and enrichment, not as a substitute for real-life interactions and personal growth. Stay mindful of your usage, prioritize your well-being, and seek help if you need it. Balance and intentionality are key to a healthy digital life.
And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. If you found this episode helpful, please share it and leave us a review. Don't forget to subscribe to Learn English Perfectly for more enlightening discussions. Until next time, take care and use social media responsibly.